Welcome to our sixth episode of Let's Talk About It. I am your host, Dinka. Today I'm going to teach you short phrases in Dinka. Dinka is the largest tribe in South Sudan. This video has been inspired by a few YouTubers who have visited South Sudan, and they have come back with positive feedback, and a lot of people that have been observing on YouTube has been saying that they want to visit South Sudan. That people are nice, very kind, and it's not as bad as the media portrayed it, which is true. I agree with that. So that has compelled me to come to the camera and give you guys short praises. So when you go to South Sudan, you will be able to communicate with the native of the land. Nothing makes natives more happier than communicating with them in a language they understand. With that being said, let's get into it. Kudwal, Dinka and Sholding. Yin Cholnga. How are you? My name is Ding. What's your name? Kudwal. 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 Dinka and Sholding. Yin Cholnga. Or Yerin Kucholnga. How are you? My name is Ding. What is your name? So that is the first introduction. Um, just like it is in any language, you start by introducing yourself to the person you don't know, and the person will introduce themselves back to you. So that is basically the same in every uh, dialect. So that's the first introduction right there. So if you meet with a local and you say Kudwa, they will give you their ultimate attention, and they will know something is up. This person really do speak my language, and your reception will be off the chart. Um, if you want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, it's important to understand that in Dinka, it might have a very direct translation. So when we say good morning, we say Shirun for one person. For more than two people, Shi were one. Shirun, one person. Shi were one, more than two. In English, you say good morning. Good morning. Chakbachol, wale chachol. Chachol, chakbachol. Chachol for one person. Chakbachol, more than two. Chachol, chakbachol. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Chachol, chakbachol. Chachol for one person. Chakbachol for two people or more. Good afternoon. Chi thay for one person. Chi with thay for two people or more. Chi thay for one person. Chi with thay, two people or more. Good evening. Good evening. Yola nina door. Or Nien Kanador. Nien Nador or Nienke Nador. This basically means sleep in peace, or for two people or more. You guys sleep in peace. Nien Nador. Nienke Nador. Sleep in peace, or you guys sleep in peace. Where in English you say good night, good night, good night. Things like breakfast, morning tea, lunch, afternoon tea, dinner, supper. It's important to understand that Dinka people have 3 meals a day, right? So the one in the morning, the one in the afternoon, and the one in the evening, or maybe toward the night, and then they will go to sleep, right? So in the morning, if you want to say breakfast, or I want to have breakfast, or can you give me breakfast, or um, may I have breakfast? I want to eat breakfast. However way you want to word it. In Dinka, you say ankor bacham miadur. Wale ankor miadur. Miachan miadur. So the language here, or the praise that you can use as a foreigner, you would simply ask le bacham miadur. Or if you want to buy from the restaurant or coffee shop or street food, whatever the case is, and it is in the morning, you just go and you see what you want and you purchase it. Or if you want to display your talent in speaking the native language, then you say "Ankor baguj miya miadur" or "Ankor bacham miya miadur." I want to buy my breakfast, or I would like to buy a breakfast, or I want to eat breakfast. Miadakol. Miadakol mean lunch. You see, now we have a skip morning tea to Miadakol. Miadakol or Miad college is lunch. Lokucham, the Miadakol. If you are with your tour guide, person that is guiding you, either in the capital city or further down in the villages. So, hey, then whatever the name of the person is, Logucham, Mieda call. Logucham, Mieda call. Hi, can we please go and find where we can eat lunch? Can we please go eat lunch? I want to eat lunch. I want to have my lunch. Um, Dinner, Mieda Thay. Logucham, Mieda Thay. And Korbacham, Mieda Thay. Again, we have skip the afternoon tea, and we said, let's go and eat dinner. I want to eat dinner. I would like to eat dinner. And korbacham, the miadatay. Miadatay is dinner, right? That's what it means. Miadatay. Now, if you want to be very technical about it, miadendinka simply means food, right? Regardless of the type of food, it means food. Miad, food. Eat, cham, and me, Encore bacham miadate. I want to eat dinner. I want to eat my dinner. Now, it's important to understand that not only Dinkas, but the South Sudanese people. I, I don't know what to deal with it. I sometimes I'm a victim of it, and I don't even know why I became the victim, but I found myself in it. So we love our tea, right? We there is no substitution for tea. We love our tea. So tea time is where we sit down and we drop some knowledge. We talk politics, we talk religion, we talk uh, whatever, right? We discuss it with our tea sitting in front of us. For example, right now, I have my tea. You see that? I have my tea. So it's a very significant, integral part of our culture. We love tea. Uh, how do you say it? Well, you say "Ankor badega chai." You might be familiar with the term chai, and that is correct. It's an Arabic word that we have borrowed from it, and we have integrated it into our native dialect. So our language or our native dialect has been heavily influenced by the Arabic language. So chai is um, an Arabic term, mean tea, and korba dega chai means you want to drink tea. Hi, lebalua chai. Hi, and korba dega chai. Mio chai na kubana chai. Hi, can you please make me a cup of tea? I want to drink tea. Can I please have tea? Now, you got to be careful here as well because um, there are two types of tea that they drink, or I think more, but I'm aware of two, right? There's what they call chai thada, and then there is what they call, um, there is chai thada, yes, and there is bun, which is coffee. A lot of people they drink it, and a lot of people they just like to drink chai thada, which is just black tea, right? Uh, Again, there you go. Thada mean assistant, right? So it's not very strong, but it will keep you going, isn't it? So that the word thada comes from Arabic. An Arabic word is an Arabic word. It comes from the Arabic language. Chai thada, and that is a tea that will help you push on until the next meal. If you're not in a mood of eating, you might want to have chai thada because that will push you to where you would like to eat. Can I have tea? Can I have black tea? And then there is white tea, which we call chai cha. Chai cha is not the same as chai thada. Chai thada is a typical black tea. Chai cha is a tea that is made with milk, right? And you have it. So if you go there and you would like to have tea with sandwich in the morning, right? You say lebalua chai thada. Say lebalua chai thada kege chai thada kege lebalua chai thada kene age. That simply means, can I please have a tea with sandwich, right? Tea with sandwich. Now you have put in your order. Again, it's important to understand, as I mentioned before, that the Dinkas are the largest tribe in South Sudan. Um, that means that we speak the same dialect, but the word has a very slim differences in meanings. For example, if you go to the side of Bar al Ghazal, then you will find that some communities speak it slightly different from other communities, and the same thing apply to people of Bor. And if you go to Dinka Ngok, um, uh, you will also find that um, the dialect varies, and but that's okay. The tips that I'm giving you here uh, will help you communicate with all the Dinkas. If you learn this, they will understand you. All the Dinkas will understand you. These short phrases, they will help you communicate with the locals, regardless of which magnitude. So chai is a very universal term that we all use in South Sudan, right? Whether you are Dinka, whether you are Nuer, Shilluk, wherever you are from, you say "Ankor badeg chai" or "Miachan chai," they will understand, and they will give you tea with sandwich or whatever you want to have it. Food. I intend to do a video about South Sudanese people in the coming weeks, if time allows me to do so, or I should maybe narrow it down to Dinka people. And the reason why I say this is the type of food we eat and what influence our eating habit that I will discuss in that video that I'm planning to do. But for now, I'm just going to get right into it. Right? We're, we're, we're Nilotic people. We are blessed with the Nile, River Nile. River Nile is our neighbor. She's our cousin. She's our wife. She's our life. She's just everything to us because she gives us water. She gives us fish. She gives us all type of food that you could think of. So we're blessed. We're not complaining at all. So we're blessed. That means we're fish eaters. We eat fish, right? We call fish in Dinka rech. Rech, fish, rech. It is very unfortunate when I came to the West, right? Coming from the background of fish eating, I was expecting to really have some very good fish, nice and healthy fish from the sea, and then I can cook it and just eat it and have fun with it. But the truth was the opposite. Anyway, that's a story for another day. But we are fish eaters. That means if you go to the capital of the South Sudanese people, Juba, uh, the likability of you finding fish in 99.9% of the restaurants are very high. They're good fish, really good fish. I encourage you to eat them. You will find the difference if you eat them. And then, by the way, too, there's a belief behind eating fish that fish makes you smarter, makes people smart. So if you want to be smart, eat fish. All right. Some people have also attribute the intelligence of the Nilotic people to fish and drinking milk, right? So you say, encourage, I want fish, right? You will have a menu. I'm sure they will say fish and then slice rice or rice, slice fish, whichever the case is, but just be sure, encourage. Um, they do have names. We have named them because they're from our Nile, and we have name we call them, you know. For the native, if I go to Juba today or if I go to my village, I will definitely know which fish I want to eat and why I want to eat it. But for the foreigner, it might be fish, whatever that sounds good. Um, but I encourage you to establish a conversation with the waiter and let the waiter explain. But yeah, right? Fish, right? Um, we do have our traditional food that we have been eating for centuries. And these food are another important integral part of our lives. And the reason why we look the way we look. They the reason why we're very tall. That is the notion. I have heard that a lot. Some people has actually taken it as far as to say the reason why Dinkas and Nuer are very tall, or the tallest people in the world, is because they drink milk, right, from the cow, fresh milk. Um, I don't know the truth to that, but let's get in the game and let's play it. I think it's genetic, um, but how that originated, I don't know. But we happen to be tall. Me myself, I'm 6 feet. Not just six. I'm 6'6", but I'm not the tallest person, as you might think, because 6'6" in the West, that's giant. But if I go to my community, I'm not tall at all. I'm short. Not short as you would think, but I don't feel good because I know there are people that are way taller than me. So, and people are saying that it's milk and food we eat. So I'm going to leave that to scientists, people that will research that. That's not my job. My job is to teach you the short phrases in Dinka, right? So let's get back into it. So our traditional foods that are like our life, you will find them anywhere in any restaurant, street food, anywhere you find them. First is a cup. A cup, okay? A cup. A cup is in the West, right? The similar, not similar, but how you can sort of relate to what this is about, or something that can give you an idea, is couscous, right? But it's nowhere near couscous. But it's 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 like that, right? So a kub is like couscous, but the ingredients and the process of making it, I will leave that to people that make it. I love eating it, but I don't know how to make it because yeah, I don't know how to make it. All right, but it's really good. If you go to South Sudan, all right, look at the menu, right, and ask them that you want a kub. You can have it with spinach. You can have it with fish. You can have it with meat. You can have it with anything, right? So if you're vegetarian, don't worry. We got you covered, right? You can have it with um, vegetables, right? And it will still taste delicious, absolutely delicious, beautiful, very good food, friendly. You have no issue when you eat it. Really beautiful, right? So Nuer people call it cup, right? So it's the same thing. If you say a cup, um, it doesn't matter whether you're speaking to the Nuer waiters or a Dinka waiter. It don't matter. If you say a cup, they will understand you. But if you know the difference, then just ask where the person is from. Dinka, a cup. Nuer, cup. I want cup. I want a cup. They will understand and they will give it to you with your choice of soup, right? Um, Second traditional food that is also another important part of our life is awalwala, right? Awalwala is shared by Dinkas and Nuer. You know Nuer and Dinkas, and I will talk about. I will do a short praises video about Nuer language or Nuer dialect. Um, they have massive, massive similarities in terms, words, um, food, name of things, name of people, places, you name it, right? So Dinka is the larger community, followed by Nuer, right? So these people are basically brothers, and if you know Nuer language, you will understand that there's a lot of similarities there. All right. So awal wala or walwal in Nuer, um, is you can have it as a dessert. Again, very friendly food, right? It's friendly with your stomach. It's friendly with your body. It's friendly with time. You can have it in the morning. You can have it in the afternoon. You can have it in the evening. Um, you go to bed and you feel hungry. You can quickly get up and just give it a quick warming and have it, and you will go and sleep. No problem. Absolutely friendly. All right. Very good food. We love it. Right. You can have it with milk. You can have it with cow butter. You can have it by itself. Yeah. So it's just that good. Right. Um, third, uh, third traditional food in Dinka and Nuer as well, but I think generally in South Sudan is Ayotte. We the Dinkas call it Ayotte. The Nuer people call it Yot. Right? I don't know what's the deal with A, but they tend to omit A, or they start with the letter um, after A. So we say Ayot, and they say Yot, right? Basically the same thing, right? The reason why I'm giving you this perspective is to not get confused, right? Just get the name, right? It's like when you're doing something, all right, if you get the technique, however you do it, the result will still be the same, right? So get the technique of the name pronunciation and you will have no problem, okay, with the locals. Whether you are in Nuer land or Dinka land, you will have no problem, right? And other communities in South Sudan too they have been influenced by the Dinkas and the Nuer. So they are quite familiar with these names. So if you say, hey, I want to have a yacht, they will understand. What you're looking for is a yacht. Um, a yacht, people, I've heard people, honestly, I've heard people say or describe a yacht as something like bread, right? Bread. That is a blasphemy to the Dinkas and Nuer people. It is a blasphemy. You cannot do that, right? A yacht is nowhere near bread. Unless if you have never seen bread in your life, then you will compare bread to a yacht. But a yacht is absolutely different. It's a very different food, right? The ingredient, what is made of, how it's made, absolutely different from your bread. So stop comparing it to the foreigners as bread. That's not if you want someone to understand what this means, what a yacht mean, or what a yacht look like to bread, then that foreigner you have actually misled him or her. Like you haven't gave them the correct or the accurate account to what you are actually explaining, or to what you're trying to make your foreigner understand. So this is why I'm not going to give you what it looked like, because I've not yet found what it looked like. It is a yacht, and it's best we leave it that way. Right? If you go to South Sudan, you'll go find out what it looked like and how it tastes like. And you can also have it with just any soup, right? You can have it with fish, you can have it with meat, you can have it with, vegetables, whatever the case is, however you want to eat it. You can have it with anything, right? So, how do we put this, or how do we eat them? We can eat them at any given hour, all right? In the West, there are food that you eat in the morning for breakfast, food that you eat in the afternoon for lunch, and food that you eat in the evening for dinner, and also even supper, right? But from where I come from, these food you can eat them at any time as long as you want to eat them. If you're hungry, you can eat them at any given hour. Even in the morning, if you want to eat, a walwala in the morning, you can eat it. No harm. You can eat it. No problem. Right? So it's important you understand that. And when you do go there, um, make sure you practice these short phrases. And once you go there, they will be very handy. And nothing excites the locals more than a foreigner speaking their native language, right? Even though you don't get it right, it really shows that you're putting in the work. It really shows that, you know, you're considering them. You want to understand them. You want them to be able to understand you. This is the whole purpose, right? For example, me personally, I'm now learning Russian. I'm learning Japanese, and I have learned other few foreign languages. Um, and nothing excite the Russian than to just say, for example, now it's morning, right? It's morning. I'm drinking my tea. This is why you see me drinking my tea. All right, and I just walk up and I say, "Dobre utro." So one time, the Russian will look at me and they will pay attention. Yes, you get the point, right? So that's why it's really important to, and two, it gives you more relaxed atmosphere with the native, right? So once you understand this philosophy, you won't have any problem, and they will be friendly to you, and you will be able to access places that you would have not accessed if you just go there with ignorant mind and closed-minded um, person, and you don't want to learn anything, and you're just there to see the nature. How are you going to see the nature when you're not friendly with the people that live there? I mean, you're going to be in trouble. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's going to be hard for you. So just get these words, practice them, and go there. All right, enjoy, have fun, right? So if you want to eat a cup, a yacht, reg, awalwala, just go to the restaurant. And two, another important thing is that if you want to go to the restaurant and you don't know where the restaurant is, and no one is guiding you, you can just ask someone, right? Just make sure they're from Dinka, right? And just ask them, because if you go to the capital city of the South Sudanese people, Juba, right? I can almost guarantee that 60% of the of the population in the capital city are Dinkas, right? I can almost guarantee with certainty. So this is why it's important to understand and learn these short phrases. So you can ask someone, "Hey, I'm lost," or "I would like to go to this restaurant." If there's a restaurant you have researched, right? Or if you want to ask locals of any restaurant that cook a good meal, like a really tasty meal, right? You can just say, "Nuodayan matam yenata the queen meat. Show me the restaurant that cooks delicious meals or delicious food. Nuodayan restaurant, Nuodayan matam." You can if you say restaurant, people will still understand, because we also do speak English back there, right? It's just that it's not very, it's not very popular as it is in the West. So, but we do. And okay, so things like bye, right? Bye. You say bye, 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 bye. Or if you really want to get down into Dinka, and then you say, "Ayen apet wo bebayok, wo bebayok, ayen wo bebayok." Okay, remember kudwal. All right, and it's important to know too that South Sudanese people, particularly Dinkas and Nuer, they love firm handshake, right? Kudwal, all right, firm, kudwal, kudwal, with a huge smile on your face. You're very happy, like, because we're happy people, right? We're very happy. Every morning is just, everybody's just doing their thing. People are happy, laughing, smiling, going to work, farm, whatever the case is. Beautiful, right? If you want to fit right in, kudwal, permanently, kudwal. Eh? And if you want to say, for example, because kudwal is very formal, right? But if you know someone, or you have met someone and you have seen this person like a week or two, and you just want to rock up and say, "Loidi, how do you do?" You see what I'm saying? How do you do? Loidi. Loidi, achin krach, right? Person will say, "Achin krach, achin krach, kudwal, achin krach, kudwal, kudwal." This is how you develop relationship with the native. This is how you build love with the native, right? Kudwal, how are you? Loidi, how do you do? Isn't it? So if you say this to any Dinka, it doesn't matter where they are from, they will understand you. And they will instantly say, Achin Kraj, meaning not bad. Loidi, Achin Kraj. Loidi, Achin Kraj. How are you? Or how do you do? Not bad. I'm not bad. I'm good. Yeah. How do you do? Not bad. Not bad. Loidi, Achin Kraj. Chirwan. Good morning. See what I'm saying? So these words, you need to put them together, learn them, and I'm certain they will help you in your day-to-day communication with the native, the Dinkas. So as I promised before, I will come back some other time, and I will do short phrases in Nuer language. They call it Tongnat, okay, meaning people language. What that means, I have no idea, but I'm glad I speak the language. So I'll come back and do video in um, Nuer dialect, and that will help those that will go there as well. As I mentioned before, Nuer are the second largest community, and you will find them almost everywhere, right? So until then, I say thank you so much for listening along and trying to learn this hard and difficult language. But hey, it will be handy once you go to South Sudan, because I'm telling you now that South Sudan before your eyes is going to be a tourist attraction place, and it's important you understand the native language. And these people are quite tall, even though they're very nice. All right, they can be intimidating because even me personally, as I mentioned before, I'm 6'6" myself, but I get intimidated when I'm standing next to a person that is taller than me. I mean, I don't know why that happened, but I think it's a human nature, right? So to break the, to break that boundary, you need to speak the language the man understand. You need to soften the man, right? And how do you best do that? Kudwal, right? If you walked up to me and you say Kudwal, I'm gonna step back and look at you. Whoa, you speak Dinka? Wow, Achinkarat, Loidi, Kudwal. You see what I'm saying? Now we will get along well because you know my native language, and I know I will understand that you have put in the work and you want to learn about me, my language, and my people. So I'll be more than happy. All right. Until then, I'll come back and do another video. But for now, if you have really enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification button. Stay positive. Stay tuned. Let's go.